Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment. When we give you guys a fresh perspective on things, and now we see them. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the young guns in the NBA, a little bit about Zion, a little bit about Ja Morant. But before we get into that, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the show. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. So today, I want to talk about Zion Williamson, and I want to talk a little bit about Ja Morant as the two youngest stars in the NBA, up there with Luka Doncic. And these guys coming into the NBA, no player had as much hype as Zion probably since LeBron James, right? LeBron had a tremendous amount of hype, but that time LeBron came into the NBA, that 2003 draft was something incredible, because that same period you had Carmelo Anthony coming into the NBA, and you had Dwayne Wade. It was a hell of a draft class that time, so it was just a great time to be a basketball fan during those years. But since LeBron, the only other player I can think of is Zion. I mean, Zion, what he was doing at Duke. I think Zion played for Duke. Yeah, I believe he played for Duke, if I'm not mistaken. What he was doing there was absolutely incredible. You saw the highlight where he bursts open his shoe. Like, I mean, it was just incredible with his dunks, with the level of force. And the way he was dunking, the way he jumped, it was just incredible. But then when he came into the NBA, and obviously he signed with Jordan Brandon, when he came into the NBA, there was a lot of expectations for him, but obviously there was one challenge, which was his weight. That's something that a lot of people had concerns with. They were like, he's playing with too much weight, and given the way that he plays, jumping up and down, crashing into the ground with that much weight, doing it over and over and over again, could be something that could definitely hinder his career. And then obviously, Zion missed a good amount of time at the beginning of his NBA career, and he missed a lot of games. As a matter of fact, I think Zion didn't play for most of his career. I think the first year he played 24 games. Second season he played 61 games, but this year he's playing 21 games. And in the games that Zion Williamson is playing, he's been absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Zion this season is averaging 25 points a game in his third year, shooting 61% from the field, which is pretty much what he shot last season, which is incredible, an incredible field goal percentage. He's shooting 35.7% from the three, 72% from the free throw line. He's improving every year. Ben Simmons, maybe you take a note. He's getting you 7.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists. His assists are up. 1.2 steals. His steals are up. Blocks are about the same. And most importantly, those numbers are leading to W's. As we sit here and we speak, the New Orleans Pelicans have won 7 games in a row. And they're the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. And they just finished beating the Phoenix Suns back-to-back. But guess who's the number two seed in the Western Conference? Ja Morant's Memphis Grizzlies. Now, Ja, in the absence of Zion, has absolutely taken the NBA world by storm, and justifiably. Ja Morant is freaky athletic. Freaky athletic. He's extremely confident, to the point where some people may even say he's cocky. But he's on a team that is very, very good, and that seems to be afraid of absolutely no NBA team, not even the dynastic Golden State Warriors, when you saw them going back and forth with them in the playoffs. This year, Ja Morant is averaging 27.7 points per game. His numbers are up, shooting 46% from the field, 35.5% from the three, 74% from the free throw line, getting you 6.6 assists. That's very, very good for a point guard. With 7.8 rebounds. His turnovers are a bit high at 3.8, but that's usually what happens with ball handlers. And 1.2 steals a game. And Zion and Ja Morant has improved every single season. Note to Ben Simmons. Maybe you may need to watch these guys. And they're winning games. But the question is the resurgence of this, the return, its resurgence and dominance, and dominance of Zion Williamson, is it proving that he is a better basketball player than Ja Morant? And funny enough, before we published this show, we actually put up a poll on our channel where we asked our community, who's the more exciting player to watch between these two guys? And it was a very, very, very close poll because of the people that voted on that poll. I believe that of the 1,000, no, actually, no, I think there are a lot more people, that voted on that poll. Of the 5,300 people that voted on that poll, 60% of them, 60% are saying that Zion Williamson is the more exciting player to watch between him and Ja Morant. And this brings us back to what goes into being the face of the league, because I think the NBA was trying to turn Zion Williamson into the face of the league. I actually think that they created the play-in tournament simply because they wanted to find a way to get Zion into those playoffs in the Orlando bubble. Zion has the game. He has the smile. He has the flair. He has the dunks. And I think that if he continues to play like this, he could give any player that you may think deserves to be the face of the league, whether it's Luka, whether it's Giannis, whomever, he's going to give every single one of these guys a run for their money. If you ask me, between these two players, who do you think is better? I think it's hard to say. I think right now I would give Ja the edge because we've seen Ja Morant play an entire season. We've seen him go to the playoffs. We've seen him perform in the playoffs. We haven't seen that yet from Zion. So I don't think it's fair to say that. Now, some people will say, no, he's better overall. But to me, I'm going to give Ja the edge right now until I see Zion perform in actual playoffs and see how he does under those playoff lights, right? Not just when he's playing regular season games, but you know, he's incredible. He's incredible. And also, I think something that's working in Zion's favor, where some people may be saying he's more exciting, is the fact that Ja Morant is very arrogant and he talks a lot of trash. And he's a little bit too in your face and a little bit too boastful and all of that. And I think that turns off some people about him. I read some comments about him and, on that poll. And some people like, yeah, I like Ja, but he's a little bit too cocky for me. So maybe that may be a thing that may also be working in the favor of Zion Williamson. But really, the most important thing that's going to determine this, if he's actually a better basketball player than Ja Morant, is going to be his health, right? If Zion can remain healthy, then he's going to give himself a shot. But based on the sample size of games that we've seen him play, and the fact that the New Orleans Pelicans are the number one team in the Western Conference right now as we speak, although it was only a quarter of the way into the season, that's extremely impressive. Extremely impressive. So the question is simply this to you guys. Who do you think is the better player between Zion and Ja Morant? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch y'all on the next show. Peace.